Today, we will start off with the French national anthem.
What a shitty intro for a shitty country. Oh my god, dude. It's the epitome of garbage. Jesus Christ. The French horn, by the way.
I mean, in every house you have a bathroom, and that's what France is.
The sound of France is the reverberation of a fart in a toilet bowl.
That national anthem right there is how I picture a place.
So we titled a previous video. What was it exactly? Was it shitty facts about the shitty place?
Yeah, this is a shithole place.
Yeah, it was, France is more shit than the shittiest jobs.
Yeah. We had some comments on that was actually kind of amusing to read. You know, freedom of speech is something that is extremely beautiful to witness. Especially whenever they post it on an American server because they don't possess it in their own country. You know, you can thank us for that as well. Another American-made company, by the way. But you're welcome. You want to show them one of the comments?
Yeah.
I'm assuming the AA is for wrong.
wrong.
It appears from his obvious second language of pure English, you could how he feels about it. You can tell he is in fact hailing from France. So I'll let you read it, Hunter.
All right. What a bunch of losers you lot are from a socially and culturally retarded state that is of the US of A. The irony of you, the hillbilly trash that you are, giving your ignorant opinions on other states and peoples. Hilarious.
Isn't that what he just did?
Yeah, he literally said that we have a socially and culturally retarded state.
Yeah, so
And,
I could literally say the irony of you, the hillbilly trash that you are, giving your ignorant opinions on other states and peoples.
Unless this is like the greatest like rage bait I've ever read in my life.
Yeah, it's like a labelist calling somebody a labelist.
Yeah. And you'd be surprised what it makes you.
Yeah, so because of the attention that a little bit of attention that we got on that video, we are now going to go over things that
we're going to
shit about
reinforce
France.
our ideas of what we think of France.
Yeah.
All right. I've got some interesting maths for you, okay? So I was looking at the square miles, you know, the very little pathetic land that they do possess. Because that's all that we left them after we conquered the rest of their shit.
Yeah.
But we left them with the whole world left the French with 213,000 square miles. The only place that anybody actually knows in France is the shitty place known as Paris.
Yeah, they don't even feel like having the S on there.
Which is like the shittiest and most drug-infested area of 41 square miles.
Yeah.
That's all that they could manage.
That's all it is 41 square miles.
41 square miles. That's all.
Serious?
Yeah, dude, Jacksonville is what, 890 square miles?
Yeah, just so you know, like this is equivalent.
That's a neighborhood.
Yeah. So we have ran 6 miles before. That's their length and width. 6.4 miles squared.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's it. That's all they got.
Wow.
In tourist destination.
So how does that little tiny place produce such a large amount of shit bags?
Because it's so
shit, right?
The denseness of trash that you have to have is just impeccable.
It's like a landfill.
So the only thing that we can decide to do with such a garbage place, you know, it's cover it. You know, we just need to like blankets.
Like
So
how
when
they
it-
put grass over landfills.
Yeah, because nobody likes seeing like you're like flying over and stuff like that. You look down, it's like, oh, what the fuck? We were trying to prevent that, so nobody has to know that we share the same planet.
Yeah,
as
it's
them.
like when Google Maps blacks out
Yeah.
areas.
So I
Yeah.
decided the most efficient.
But they did it with clouds.
Yeah.
Because they get no substantial sunlight.
I figured that there's
Even
only.
God made it cloudy.
Yeah.
I figured there's only one way that we can actually efficiently cover the place. It's something that you can get in abundance. It's pretty universal, and it's with fridges,
Like refrigerators.
refrigerators. Yeah,
I'm listening.
and because we're not cheap, we're
Yeah,
gonna.
I saw you earlier doing the maths on it.
Is that what you were doing the math on earlier?
This is what
That's
we're
what
doing
you
the
were doing
math
trigonometry.
Yes, we managed to convert square miles in coverage to the average footprint of a Whirlpool refrigerator.
Are we going base models or?
No, this is like dual fridge pull-out cabinet for the thing.
Nice
I
one.
literally have the Whirlpool thing
Okay.
for $688. So after converting all of this, I think it's a modest price. So now that Trump's in office, since we're no longer giving money to Israel, Ukraine,
Taliban.
yeah, since we're no longer doing that, we actually have the leftover money. So it's only $786 billion. All right. And that's for the nice fridges. Obviously, we can go take some 1980s models if we really wanted to, because that's what they deserve. Actually, we would be introducing a new technology to France, too. A fridge.
Yeah. Rats would just take them over.
Yeah. We would need
Build casinos on
we would need 1,143,000. Oh, sorry, 1,143,014,400 Whirlpool refrigerators.
To fill the entire city
Yeah.
of Paris.
Yeah, to cover Paris.
Cover Paris with refrigerators.
Yeah, just so we don't have to look at that anymore.
I agree.
Their overcast would still
And
remain
so-
the same.
all right,
the
so
weather
is
would be
that-
the same.
Hold on. Is that standing up or laying down?
That's standing up.
Damn, dude, that's like you
Dude,
can
so
even you can
if we-
even
you can still
could-
use the fridge.
Yeah, we could cut this price in half.
Actually, you wouldn't be able to use them anymore because they'd all be blocking. Each one would block the door to the other one. So
Yeah,
you'd
you don't
be
want to
able to use the
fir-
perimeter.
Yeah, the first row.
the perimeter of fridges. You know what? Fuck them. Have them all face inward.
we can
No
plug them
fridges.
all
yeah,
in.
no fridges for you.
We can plug them
It's
all
blocked
in,
off.
open the doors, and solve the climate crisis.
Yeah. If everybody opens the refrigerators at the same time.
Yeah. So Paris could finally do the world a favor.
I'm willing to bet though we could cut this to around 300 billion if we laid them down and probably switched to models.
Yeah, you can probably cut that in half. Probably.
Yeah, to me it's like you should always try to find newer technology to help advance people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What if
But
we just use
but-
like styrofoam coolers at the gas
but
station?
like at the same time though, if you threw a cell phone at a Neanderthal, it's so advanced they wouldn't even know what to do with it. So I don't know if we should probably throw full-fledged whirlpools at them.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'd know what to do with
They
it.
just throw a bunch of igloo coolers.
Yeah, they might just start stuffing it with. They might just start stuffing it with bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking keep my bread at room temperature.
Oh shit.
I was sitting outside
garbage
earlier
place.
and I realized that the places I hate the most is French. So
Yeah.
my list is France, of course, Canada, which is a lot of French, and Haitians, and they're French.
Yeah.
And it's like they all have one thing in
They
common.
all got one thing in common.
It's
and that's
a wee.
Yeah, wee baguette motherfucker.
all of those countries have lost the most substantial amount of wars. They're pretty useless.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, they're good at starting them.
Speaking of wars, I went ahead and did the research on it, and they've had 9 revolutions.
9.
9. 3 major ones, 6 minor revolutions. And they're actually pretty fucking recent. Like the latest one I think was 1968.
Damn.
All right.
Yeah.
The
And,
Beatles were rocking around.
So
Ozzy was stoned somewhere in
the
Arbiter.
So the 3 major revolutions that I'm talking about is the French Revolution from 1789, and then 1830 and 1848. And between those 3 major revolutions, it's a 59-year difference.
59-year
A
difference.
59 fucking year difference. If you were 18 in 1789, you would be 77 by 1848. You could literally see all three major revolutions.
Yeah, you just went from the pawn to the master. That's it. Just like instead of fighting the war, I'm just guiding it.
After when you hit 70, you're probably like, just
Dude, I'm
I'm just gonna watch.
At this rate, the people that are 18 now are gonna have to do this
Yeah,
again.
Yeah.
they change government like the weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how they say in Florida, if you
know-
don't like the weather, wait 20 minutes. It's like
Yeah,
you don't like the politics
speaking
of
of which,
France, wait 20
after
minutes.
looking at that, so 1968. So these primitive people. This is why I don't think they'd understand refrigerators. So with how recent even they had to overthrow their government again.
Is that it overthrowing
Yeah, just-
anymore?
no, they're just like, oh, we got the wrong person in there again. Damn,
Yeah, dude, there was literally one from, I think it was from 1830 to 1848. It was literally just from one king to another.
No, well,
They
they've got-
removed
so-
one king
so-
and then just put in another king. And then it's just fucking shit is what it is.
All right, here's something interesting for you. So this is a measly 13 years after their latest overthrow, right? After their other revolution, 13 years later, they finally found a more efficient way to kill people. The guillotine was outlawed in 1981.
Really?
Damn, really? That soon, huh?
Yeah,
Right on.
in September to be more precise.
Hey, it took them what? Fucking
400 years.
200 years to, or 400 years to figure out that, all right, this clearly is not working.
Oh, so
in
what do we do
1980,
with the-
in
what do we do with
1980,
the
they were
heads?
like, yeah, just cut his head off. And in like 81, they were like,
No, I think in 81 they discovered electricity. Oh. Yeah, they realized that they don't have to use hot air balloons to get around anymore.
they finally got their first rifle.
Yeah, they were sitting there just using birds and air balloons to get around.
like flying pigeons,
Yeah.
sending messages with pigeons and shit.
Yeah, they were having too many carrier pigeon versus air balloon accidents, so they decided to, perhaps we need to reinvent the wheel.
I think it's weird how they didn't see the problem. You kept installing a king.
Yeah. What the fuck did they not get?
Yeah, and then they have the audacity to have the shittiest patriotic song about the country, and it literally says "We fight back from tyranny" in like the second.
Yeah, and then
sentence.
Every 10 years.
Every 10 years we fight against tyranny.
Let's go
Yeah,
put on our neon vest.
Every 10 years we realize we've made another mistake, and then we just
Dude, Google the neon vest of the protesters. It's like they all have them in their trunks. I swear to it's a thing. It's a total thing, dude. It's so this is one thing and the only thing I'll give the French. Dude, they can protest like a motherfucker, bro.
oh yeah, what are they gonna do? Try to fight?
Yeah, look at it. You aren't allowed to protest without your vest on for safety. The fire right there won't be so dangerous if you got your... Dude, anything. If the gas prices go up 10 cents, everybody puts on their vest. Dude, they riot the fuck out of shit, bro.
Hey, man.
Change
They
everything.
even get their faces, too.
You realize, all right, so here's one thing I've learned about from people that I know that have visited. There are people that waste their time learning the shittiest language known as French. And then they go over there and realize that every single time that they speak in French to people, they respond in English.
Yeah.
Even scroll up just a little bit. Up, right there, all the way on the right. It's their protest is in English. Change everything.
Yeah.
Like,
What the fuck?
Look at these motherfuckers standing on each other's shoulders. Dude. That's kind of...
God damn.
well, yeah, they're still circus acts. This is all they do. Look,
But yeah, man.
look to the image of the left. If they can't find a traffic light, they make one. Stop.
Christ.
But they will fucking... I think they just keep them in their cars in case somebody sees a higher gas price on the way home.
Yeah.
This is a shit fucking place, dude.
It's pretty dog shit. I learned some interesting facts. So there was one guy who corrected me on who built the Eiffel Tower out of our extra scrap metal. I mean, we don't really care, but we did forget to. He did highlight the fact that we did the worst exchange ever, and it was the trading of a fuckload of copper in the most useless fashion possible. rather than making it usable, they decided to put it in the shape of a woman, as if we cared about that, and shipped it overseas. I actually have the shipping dates if you guys would like to know them.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, so they...
It's kind of dumb how we didn't trade them then.
No, we didn't give them shit.
Some weirdo named Eiffel. He just gave us a bunch of copper.
Yeah, what is it? Gustav Eiffel named a building
fucking
after
shitty
himself.
name.
Fucking dweeb.
It wasn't even a building. It was just a thing.
Yeah, a thing.
They named a thing after a dude.
Yeah, the dude didn't have a big enough living room to put something useless in, so he just took the giant empty shit-filled land and just said, "I will just put an elevator on it."
Yeah, somebody gave him the framing of a ship, and he just stood it up.
So France did the equivalence of giving us a dog for our birthday. So back in 1884, on July 4th, right, France decided to ship the Statue of Liberty. Okay, and that's whenever they sent it over. Because the French have been so historically bad at conquering and winning wars or actually doing basic navigation on behalf of their average height being 5'7", they can't really see too far. But it took them 11 fucking months to ship that over a body of water. It arrived June 17th, 1885. Almost a fucking year later.
Like they didn't plan ahead.
Pre-rusted. It was pre-oxidized, and so because we thought it was a French Trojan horse, what they didn't think that we do is not put it on our actual land, but rather than something we weren't going to build on.
We just put it
anyways.
out in the ocean.
Yeah. So these shitbags sent us something that the United States spends
Shit baguettes.
$6 million a year maintaining.
God damn.
$6
So
million.
it was a Trojan horse.
$6 million.
Financial Trojan.
Well, they're fucking lucky they sent it at us because their currency's worth dog shit. So one measly United States dollar is 179 useless francs.
Serious?
So they're lucky that they sent it to us because it cost them 1 billion fucking francs a year to maintain this piece of shit.
What?
Yeah, that right there doesn't symbolize liberty. That symbolizes the last time people were properly processed into this country.
I like how they had to put it on a big building just to make it look taller.
Yeah, because it's memorialized in proportion to the average height of a Frenchman, so it needs stilts to be seen.
Did you know that it's illegal to call a French pig Napoleon in France?
I've got another stupid fact about France.
Like, is that what they thought of Napoleon, or
I don't think they want to desecrate his name.
do they think that low of Napoleon, or do they think that highly of pigs?
So I did some. I decided to do some actual financial stuff other than the very useful fridge idea. I looked at the GDP of France. All right, this is going to come in astonishing low, aka 9 times lower than the United States, and that would be their GDP is $3 trillion. Okay, one of our 50 states that is actually 60,000 square miles smaller has a GDP of $4.3 trillion, and that'd be California.
God damn.
Yeah, so just one of the 50 assets we have is better than their entire country.
Actually, California's GDP is higher than like 50 countries.
Yeah.
Like it would be
Well,
like in the top.
I decided to do them some benefit of the doubt. All right. So Florida has a GDP alone of 2.1 trillion because we're the United State of Florida.
the fucking best.
And then on top of that, Texas has 2.7 trillion.
Yeah, they're kind of the goats with the money thing.
Yeah, and I've also realized that not a single place inside of France is usable for any kind of oil. So they're what's called dependents.
Do they not have it, or are they not allowed to use it?
I don't think they discovered it.
All they know is bread.
Yeah, they were just like, we have
Still
not.
out there getting the water like this.
They have not yet developed the faucet or the shovel.
Just sip out of creeks and shit.
Well, the only thing they've discovered is a pickaxe, and that's to mine out the entirety of their underground Paris to make catacombs, because they haven't figured out you can just throw dirt over people yet. It's why they haven't discovered
Well,
shovels.
no, actually, the catacombs, they built those because they were just throwing them in the park. That's true. That is true. They had like a square in the middle of town, and when they died, they just threw them in this fucking park. And then as the bodies decayed and shit, it was getting all into their water systems and all that shit, and it was giving everybody diseases. And so they basically just put them underneath their houses. Like a serial killer.
Jesus Christ.
So they decided instead of burying them at the water line, they buried them below the water line.
That way it ferments, you know? It gives it rich soil.
What the fuck is that? What is it? A scruff or some shit? The dude with the wildest balding pattern I've ever seen, known as Shakespeare. What's that useless fucking thing he puts around his neck?
The dog collar. Or so he doesn't itch.
That cone. The dog cone.
I'd imagine he had rat-like tendencies.
Because he kept pulling out his stitches.
He kept scratching his head with his stupid ink pen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what they call. Man, that dude's got a weird face.
that is the most craziest balding pattern I've ever fucking seen. That dude has a 7 head.
Who is this?
William Shakespeare.
Where's the giant?
You know the
fucking
to be or not to be.
To be or
That is
not
the
to
question.
be.
Never
To hold a
actually-
feather, a book, a candle, and a skull.
Wee, wee.
Oh yeah, there's his dog collar.
Yeah, that's it.
You just know this
Kept
guy.
pulling his stitches
Better
out.
representation right there.
Maybe it's because he kept falling asleep. So it just,
How am I going to write homosexual stories if I keep going into sleep?
Shit, yeah. All right, well, you know,
he
fuck
looks
the French,
psychotic too. He looks like he's killed kids.
Well, yeah, dude, he's got that Kai-Dai Moon-Dai ass fucking forehead. Oh, France doesn't have TVs.
If you know, you know.
They don't have televisions yet. They don't know what Star Wars is. Go search up Kai-Dai Moon-Dai so the French can see.
Okay.
I was reading those comments. I was like, maybe they're French, but I didn't think they had the internet over there.
Yeah, I don't think they've discovered that.
Oh shit! It's the fucking.
That's Willith Shakespeare.
It's basically the same. It's basically there. Look at that fucking shit.
That boy kept stacking knowledge, man.
Hell yeah.
We need someone who's twice as smart. Give him a second brain.
God, dude, that's fucking funny. That is William Shakespeare, dude.
Yeah, it's William.
It's Willis. It's Willith Shakespeare.
Chicketh spear.
Yeah, he was before William.
So yeah,
useless.
so the whole point of this argument is that the French suck.
Yeah, I've
Yeah, I've actually wrote a list of how I think the French suck.
Oh, so we got more to bitch about.
Oh, dude, I can go for days.
Holy
Dude, let's
fuck.
fucking do it, man.
Dude, we're barely scathing like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We got 23 minutes of French being the shittiest people you can possibly be.
First of all, we. It's fucking stupid.
Well, you know, we just means yes, right?
Yeah, no, but they just sound fucking. They sound like an autistic gay person.
I'm trying to picture that, and
It's picture.
yeah, Candy Mundi.
Just picture the French.
Yeah.
They have hairy backs.
Yeah.
They can't fight
are-
for shit
I don't,
either.
Dude,
I don't,
well, you know-
I don't think Gillette actually ships over there.
Well, but you know, also know the women are also known for not shaving either.
Oh, that's why they don't ship. It's not because they can't, but because they just won't use them.
Nah,
Yeah.
They would start.
it's just
Do
disgusting.
you think
Yeah,
if we
it's gross.
shipped them pre-rusted, they'd start using them?
You gotta think out of
gotta
the
make
whole
them out of
conversation that we had with their city being gross, you know, their water being fucking, you know, infected with dead bodies. To them also not shaving, it's just like every single layer of this onion of the French Is
You think maybe it's like how the English are with orthodontist?
orthodontist. Yeah, it's like
Orthodontist. What the fuck is an orthodontist? And they're just right
Yeah.
over the fucking lake
Yeah,
that goes to the
What
shittiest
the
place.
fuck is deodorant?
yeah.
Y'all
This is
ever
disgusting.
seen a Big Ben clock right over there? You can take a double-decker bus over the double-decker bridge. It goes stare at the fucking clock, so you know what time it is. Since it's fucking overcast from sun up, sunrise. Jesus fucking Christ. Make sure you carry your tinny wicker umbrella, or else you're gonna get rain on your trousers. Go pay the cabbie or else he won't drop you off where you're heading there.
No, so you don't get rain on your trousers.
Bollocks.
Bullocks. Overcast again. It's always fucking raining.
What the fuck is that bright light behind the clouds, mate? The fuck is that?
Oh, dude, that's another thing I learned.
What's farmland? What the fuck is that? If it don't come in the spinny bicket majickets over down the street, where the fuck it coming from? Beans from the ground, yeah? Okay. Like the fucking beans grow from the ground, they come out of the can. Everybody knows the beans come out of the can. Then we put it on fucking toast and we serve it with fucking milk. Put some fucking margarine on the toast.
Margarine.
Put some fucking margarine on the toast and lather it with fucking beans. Think I'm some fucking savage? Give me a milk. I want milk with lard right on the top. I want to skim it before I drink it.
I want to eat my milk.
That was a perfect representation.
And fuck the Welsh too, but the French are a little worse.
Dude, you know it's illegal for UFOs to fly in a certain part of France?
Define UFO. Anything beyond a balloon?
Well, no,
Jet planes.
didn't you say flying saucer? I thought it was flying.
Yeah, flying saucers.
So, yeah. So they're real.
In France. They just yell a lot. They smell bad. I do like the vest thing.
Yeah, the vest thing's pretty cool.
It just lets you see who to look out for.
Yeah.
It's like having a. You know what it's like? It's like how you have to register as a sex offender. So everybody knows you're the sex offender.
Yeah.
And that's just the way you register that you're French. It's their fucking best.
Yeah, you're required to paint your house the color of it,
Yeah.
but in the blue, white, red fashion, not the red, white, blue.
Another thing that irritates me about the French is that instead of just being better at something, they just try to make everyone worse at something.
Yeah, what's an example of that?
Well, they don't. They just say it as if it's true. It's like, yeah, well, America sucks.
Well, actually, no. A good example of that would be the fact that they just keep putting in a new king, and then they just blame them.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker, you put them in there.
Yeah, you're the dude. You're the guy.
You're that guy that put them in there, and
People say France sucks. Well, England really sucks. Okay, but you suck.
you
still
fucking
suck.
suck, yeah.
You still suck. It's like you can't escape that.
yeah, Paris gets what 50 days of sunlight a year.
So one place it's hours.
Like, it just fucking sucks.
I'm not even, dude. Let's just be honest. The only good part about France is a place called Monaco, and if you look at it on the map,
But that's on the water. It's escaping France.
if you look at it on the map, it's like they drew a line around Monaco just to include it France. It's serious. Like look at it down.
All right. Well, before we do that, I do want to even point out how shitty their language is. If you want to play that audio.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want me to transition the screen over?
Nah, you don't even have to. This is just a sentence. A green worm pours a glass towards a glassmaker around 8 o'clock. Now listen to it over on the French side.
Un verre vert verse un verre vers un verrier vers 8 heures.
Imagine sitting there. Having that's what it's like to talk to a Frenchman. On the verre vert, on verre vert, on verre vert, on hotels.
Yeah, the language is shit. Their people are shit. The land is shit. The only place that gets more sunlight than Paris is when they're above the clouds.
Yeah.
That's
When
why
you're
they
away
made
from
balloons.
France.
That's why they made balloons.
But
Just-
the thing is, that's northern France. That's like close to Switzerland. Like that's literally
Switzerland is well, Swiss. Yeah,
The Swiss are kind of up there. I mean, with the shitbaggery.
it's next to France.
Yeah. I feel bad for
That's
anybody
what-
associated with him. It's like having that one dude that always has warrants that like this next to your house, you know what I mean? Or like he has squatted trucks that are always taken apart. It looks like the inside of a mechanic shop if you just took the shop off of the slab and you're just left with all the toolboxes and shit.
You ever watch those old movies where you have like the whole king and queen days, and then they switch scenes to like the fields where all the peasants are, and they're
So
just, like,
modern
moving
day,
hay
so
from one
modern
spot to
day
the other.
England.
Yeah, it's like they're just the peasants of the world. They're
No.
wealthy peasants. There's only 3 things that ever come out of France that's cool. And
The highway's leaving. The planes that
there's
fly
a couple
over.
of really good motorcycle racers that were from France. And I mean just a couple, like 2. Johan Zarco. I think he rides like a fucking man. Fabio Quartararo.
Oh,
Very-
he's French.
Yeah, he's from Nice.
Oh,
And Hervé Poncherel is he's a MotoGP team owner and just an all-around good dude. And he speaks very good English, so when he speaks French, it doesn't sound as bad. But he's just an icon in
So
MotoGP.
we've taken away today that we need to cover France, well, Paris with fridges. To sound good in French, you must be another language speaker.
yeah.
And there are no redeeming qualities about France other than the highways and the airports that lead out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they suck at politics.
Yeah.
Really, really bad at
Really fucking suck at politics.
And I would like to point out, even the sun doesn't like France.
Yeah.
Clouds certainly do, but those are gloomy and depressing anyways.
Yeah.
Their car sucks, their air sucks, road sucks, houses suck, accents suck, government sucks, light sockets suck, their food sucks.
Yeah.
But they do have a couple of good MotoGP races.
Yeah, but the
But they
first
all
thing
left.
they did was leave.
Yeah, they all live in Italy, but
And that because we are going on 34 minutes of shitting on the French.
I can go for another 3 hours.
We
I was
can,
about to say, I
but
could,
you know, we gotta. There's only so much
We've
that
spent
people
so
are
much
willing to hear
time-
about.
Yeah, we've spent so much time talking about a place that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'd rather get on to shit that does.
Yeah,
I think we should just go there and do one last revolution.
Yeah, Viva la revolution!
just get-
and then
get rid of them.
No. We can't do it like that. We'll go grab a vest. And we'll climb a traffic light and we'll point.
You're going down.
It's the only war where you'd have to fight in high vis vest.
And that ends our segment.
You got
on
that
talking-
stupid, like, how they put their red tips on the ends of, like, fake guns. You got to keep those on there. You have flags like flag football.
Do you think they have sheaves for baguettes? Oh no, you have broken my croissant.
All right, now
Yeah, so just
now that is the conclusion of our rambling on about the French.
No, you're
Yeah.
French. Fuck you.
Yeah, and I personally don't mind if people leave me hate comments. All right. But I just want you to know that as soon as you type it, you're literally doing the same thing that you're accusing me of.
Yeah,
Which is fine.
yeah, that's fine.
Because it's funny. By all means, I encourage all comments.
Yeah.
Good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah.
No matter how smart. or how dumb.
All right, he's got a closing statement. What's yours?
Oh, I mean, yeah, that was pretty much it. Like, I was going to touch up on something about the comments because I encourage it. You know, at first I was worried when I woke up and I actually saw us like obtaining viewers on that video. I was pretty intrigued by that, but also nervous at the same time because, you know, I don't, as much as I don't like hate and I don't like giving hate, you know,
It's funny.
it's funny as fuck.
It really
you know?
is. But
I would rather have 1,000 comments than 1,000 views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My takeaway from this is I'd rather be a dumb hillbilly than a dirty Frenchman.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I am. I'll fucking own it.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah.
I'm not French.
Yeah. Eating bread.
US of A.
What was the first verbiage of it? It's like he sounded like he was like from Russia or the Ukraine or something.
Yeah, something about a lot or
No, it's like, oh yeah, I think you have much.
oh, there's a new
Oh,
one.
we got another one.
Oh my God, it's another one. That's what he does before he speaks. But guys, I'm not that much of a fan of my country, but hearing you talk confirms for the billionth time that your education system is shit. And that propaganda telling you every day that the U.S. is the greatest country in the world really works well. Enjoy being proud of your ignorance. While I'll keep enjoying having my many varied environments, as in the U.S., mountain, sea, whatever you want, but in the size of Texas, more or less, with an actual high-speed train network where I don't have to drive 25 hours or take a plane to go on a trip, actual good food, free of the chemicals that make you all fat unless you work out every day, not being forced to have 3 jobs if my parents aren't rich, not having to work more than 35 hours per week, having a minimum of 5 weeks of paid vacation by law, even in the shittiest possible job. You can have more and better jobs. Okay. And oh yeah, free healthcare. I won't ask you to open a book, but you can watch America Compared, why other countries treat their people so much better, here on YouTube, which is not even about France only. And 12 regions of France explained if you wish to see how it looks outside Paris in Hollywood movies. That being said, I prefer Japan.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even finish that part. Yeah, that makes complete sense.
I actually think Japan's a shithole too.
The free healthcare part automatically makes me understand his mindset, you know.
Yeah, and then the not having to work a certain amount of hours per week, not being forced to have 3 jobs. I mean,
Well,
his currency is
ignorance-
179 times more valuable than theirs.
Yeah, but his ignorance on the fact that, where I don't have to drive 25 hours to take a plane to go on a trip.
Now, that's just because your country's the size of my state, bro.
Yeah,
It's cool, man.
Yeah.
By all means, first of all, I would like to point out in my entire time in school, matter of fact, every single one of my teachers would never say that this country is the best on the planet.
at no point did we say that it's the best place. It's just better than yours.
Yeah.
It really is.
I think it is the best, but the reason I think it's the best because the people I've met from other places are some of the worst people I've met. Actually, you know, some of the best people I've ever met from other countries are people from South Africa.
Yeah. I
They're
used to
actually-
work with one.
I've never met a dickhead from South Africa or Nigeria.
Well, so my takeaway from what he's saying is that one of the things why actually a lot of people fucking hate the French is their arrogance, and this thing is just
Just
filled with
really
it.
carpet bombed with
Yeah,
arrogance.
it's just that's mainly. There's no propaganda that tells us this is the greatest place. It says that it's the freest place, and it's because we're allowed to have these opinions in public. But like I said, even at the beginning, is that all this stuff that they're posting is on an American stuff with our protected rights. So that's the only reason they can say these things. And he probably has to use a VPN just to say this shit. He has to pretend he's here to be able to have these similar rights.
You can't even defend your home and your country.
Yeah, I mean,
Shitbag
you
place.
literally have no guns.
Yeah, you have to throw bread at people.
5 weeks of paid vacation by law. So you don't have to work this much, but yet your currency is worth nothing. This tells me that most of your shit, including your free healthcare, it's just all printed fake. I mean,
It's actually why your money is worth nothing because the government is forcing employers to pay people that aren't there.
Yeah. And then on top of that, while your economy is completely shit and most of your countries most of your cities have less than 200,000 plus people in there, is because nobody wants to fucking live there. You're a vacation spot, and the only thing that actually pays your economy are the people visiting there to take a shit there. That's about it.
Yeah.
And while most of you guys aren't at work, you're sitting somewhere in the nastiest grass you could imagine, having your French bread eaten by rats while you're sitting on a blanket in the grass because you're enjoying your 5 weeks of paid vacation. By law, you'll earn your 5 weeks is probably worth $300 in our currency. And it's
your fine delicatessen is bread. That's what they literally give people in jail
and
here.
cheese. And cheese.
You eat cheese and bread in prisons in the United States. It's like you guys just have variances of bread.
Yeah, his brag is that he gets varied environments, mountain, sea, whatever you want, but all confined in the size of Texas. That's because it's the only land you have. That's it.
Yeah, but Texas literally has all those things too.
It really does. It literally does. It has sea, it has mountains, it has snow. It literally does.
Has plains, has forests.
It has deserts.
Deserts.
It has literally every kind of environment you could literally dream of having.
Yeah. So the only good thing you can say about the place is something we've got to.
And Texas actually has its own oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that even Texas actually gives more money to the government than the government gives to Texas. So you actually messed up.
And it's the only state that has the right to completely secede.
Yeah. Well, no, all of them do, actually.
Well, yeah, but this is the only one that would do it well.
They're the only ones that could do it and not suffer from it.
Yeah.
So
I think that's what he meant by that.
I admire everyone with their pride of their nation, and I don't think you should change that just because I think your country is shit.
Yeah.
Because I grew up in a shitty neighborhood, but I'm proud that I grew up in a shitty
It's
neighborhood.
our fucking opinion, you know? And just like you have an opinion, you know, we're not going to shit on, you know, your thoughts when you comment. Because I don't restrict any of the comments here because I really encourage it. And I actually love the fact that this guy responded.
I do agree with him that our education system is shit, but the education system is not what has developed our full grown ass man opinions, and that's real world application, and that's shit I've learned firsthand.
Things I learned
it's that
in
your
school,
country fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It's just realistically that is the truth.
We've developed that on our own. We weren't told that their country sucks.
Yeah, matter of fact, I can't even think of any French that I've learned in school. But
he's literally his whole bragging rights is the only type of shit I would want to see on a vacation. He's a brochure. He's a walking brochure. Actual good food. None of the food you serve there is from your country, other than the bread you bake. I mean, every single thing that exists there is from Sicily, Italy. Like everything is from the surrounding places.
I don't know. They eat snails.
Yeah, but you find those growing on the fucking walls in their sewers. They walk around with wicker baskets and just they just throw them in there. They get to eat yesterday's sludge with today's snail. I mean, it's not bragging rights.
Sometimes foolish pride is better than no pride.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm sure we've got our problems here too.
He's right in two things that I will agree with. That would be the education system and free of most chemicals that make all of us fucking fat.
I actually don't agree. I think our education system is great. I don't think government education is good.
Well, that's
in any country.
99% what our education system is. The public education that is provided to every single person on a grand scheme is dog shit, and that's because of the other stuff that we don't believe in, and that's the woke news, the dudes that dress like women, the drag shit. That's realistically, that's in constant stuff. The gender reaffirming shit, that is constantly widespread in our education system. And to today's standard, like 10, 15 years ago, my education was fantastic. I enjoyed it. But nowadays, it is shit.
You can see the deterioration.
It's in the last 10, 15 years, I think it's gone completely downhill. But as
I
far
don't know
as
about that, because I think like state of Florida has one of the best school districts in the entire country.
But yet again, some of our family members have confirmed to us that even in Florida, they have people that dress like fucking cats. They allow the shit. They teach more than one gender. They teach that shit. Well, more than two genders.
Yeah.
They teach that shit. That's even in schools near us.
I think
mean,
you underestimate how many people don't go to public schools.
Probably.
Yeah, but you're also underestimating how many of those people really do. And that's because
point.
Yeah, and
Fair point.
because there's no government program that subsidizes people's private school. But
And that's why when I
would like
have my
to-
kid, I'm gonna.
I would like to
homeschool.
touch up just on one more thing that he said.
Okay.
Me
An
too.
actual high-speed train network. We don't fucking need that.
Yeah, we actually don't have to go someplace else to get what we need. It's actually where we need it.
Yeah, we can literally just drive 45 minutes
yeah.
to it.
If that.
I will say
If
also,
that, I mean, that's including traffic.
We have so many 15-minute cities.
Yeah, I mean, their
And-
roads mean so little there that everything is a roundabout there.
the reason that they want to point to our schools and our education is because it contradicts theirs. But they never think for 1 second maybe theirs is inaccurate.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe the history of your schools is a little bit propaganda.
I imagine their history is especially propagated because of the fact that no book is gonna. Yeah, we've lost just about every battle we've been in. We're pretty bad at that, but we do have good grapes.
Yeah, I think all countries are victims of propaganda by their own governments. And so don't say that we are propagandized when you haven't even thought about the fact that maybe you could be too. Because my opinion of France is 100% on all of the French people I've met, not the fucking country. You don't get a 100% record of dick bags from a great country.
Yeah.
I would have had to admit at least one or two cool ones.
Yeah.
Literally never met one.
But I would
They were
like,
all
I
assholes.
would like to watch the video, all the two videos that he did put on there. I would like to see those because he at least did kindly provide some stuff that we can actually look into as to where he gets his borrowed opinion from. So basically, his entire comment is based off of these two YouTube videos and a brochure he read about France. But
Man, I'm pretty sure there's one or two things that's really great about France. It just doesn't cover up the fact that all of you people in France are just complete dickbags.
I don't really agree with the title, though. Why other countries treat their people so much better? I mean, you realize all those people that are being treated better are being funded by our tax dollars, right?
That's the thing about
we
it.
treat you people better.
A government shouldn't treat. It's not their job to treat you good. That's
Yeah.
the great part about the United States is that you are your government.
Yeah.
You guys aren't.
Yeah.
it isn't
They
like
want
that.
shit to be handed to them.
Yeah,
They want to be catered to.
Yeah,
and it's not about that.
Well, they want this like socialist society or this even the communism kind of shit where it's like, whenever somebody does really good, we'll take it from them so everybody gets to experience how good it is.
yeah.
But
Your
it's-
health care is so free that the wealthy people in your country come to America for their health care.
Yeah.
So that's what you get with free
just because it's
healthcare.
free doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah. So I would rather pay for good health care than get shit health care for free.
Never heard of a single surgery somebody would go to France for.
Yeah, I don't think
I've heard of a lot of shit people would leave France for.
Yeah.
Our urgent cares have better shit than their top of the tier hospitals have.
Yeah. But thanks for the insight. Keep them coming.
Yeah.
I like knowing that I'm an idiot. And
Yeah, our first initial thing is just going to always be to talk shit. There's two valid points in there. To me, I believe that most countries, if there's one thing that probably should be regulated, is probably some of the chemicals that should be thrown into foods because, I mean, you've got like your red dye 40, your blue 4s. Is it blue 5 or I forgot what that one is.
that, and I'm really fucking
I'm not
tired
sure,
of hearing
but yeah,
this
I know.
country is fat when I've never met a
Yeah.
fucking a white person from all these places. Every
Yeah,
English person I met, fat as fuck.
Yeah.
Every French person I met is fat as fuck.
Yeah, I am tired of
Hairy
seeing
as
that
fuck,
shit. But I do believe in some sense whenever it comes to the chemicals. I mean, I think that most
Yeah, the
countries'
chemicals,
foods
I agree.
are
Like,
of
we-
much higher fucking quality, and I do agree that our current education system is shit.
Yeah.
But you cannot compare my intelligence to what is being taught today because I was not taught the same things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
I agree.
is all this shit has been more liberalized in the past 10, 15 years.
That man, I'm 44 years old. I don't even remember what the fuck they told me in school.
Yeah.
It's like, that was so long ago.
America.
I was probably stoned most of the time. So, yeah, that's not it. I've formulated my opinion about places like South Africa. I have no reason to think bad about South Africa because I've literally never met an asshole from South Africa.
Yeah.
Nigeria, I hear is a shithole, but everybody I've met, man, is pretty fucking happy to be here. That's one thing they all had in common. But they're really nice, pleasant people and educated. For some reason, somebody from some shithole place in Africa, very intelligent.
I think it's because they're only taught the shit
Isn't
that
it-
matters.
Yeah.
The shit that will be
Isn't,
functional and useful in life.
Isn't Elon Musk South African?
Yeah,
Yes.
so-
Got the richest man in the United States from South Africa.
You know, I learned the other day that he is the largest independent taxpayer in the entire history of the United States. He pays over $10 billion in taxes.
But he's a fucking idiot, though.
Yeah.
Everybody's
yeah.
a-
Fucking- he's a
and-
fascist.
Well, and I'm sick and tired of hearing people. Whatever. Good thing to segue into was I'm so glad the political ads are over. The biggest thing
Really?
I was
I was
tired
enjoying
of.
them.
I wasn't. It was annoying to say the least because they ran out of ideas. They're just like, well, Trump
He's Hitler.
Trump only cut tax for billionaires. Kamala will make them pay their fair share of taxes. 98% of taxes in the United States are paid by the 1%.
Yes, but not exactly. 95% is paid by the top 15%.
Yeah, I'm just what. I don't understand why they think that they need to pay so much more.
Fair share would be poor people actually paying taxes because poor people
Yeah.
don't pay taxes.
Yeah.
So
They want their fair share. Just
think-
make us broke.
I think the top 1% pays 90% of all taxes, and the top 15 pay 97% of all taxes paid in. And the rest
Yeah,
is...
and they just for some reason, whenever they get a tax cut, everybody goes ape shit over somebody else's getting fucked.
Imagine having $10 billion. Matter of fact, imagine being so wealthy you owe $10 billion.
Yeah.
And to hear some fuck,
Who pays
That
$300
bitch is about
a
working-
month in taxes?
some fuck that bitches about working 2 doubles at a fucking restaurant saying that's not enough. It's like,
Yeah.
Why don't you fucking... Well, how did you word it? As have a profession that yields higher results.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't get me wrong, I get how that seems like a very hard journey to go down, but they did it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They did it.
Well,
They,
I'm
they
just-
just fail to look at all the failures that,
Well, I'm
that
t-
this man has gone through.
I've never understood why I see managers that are above the age of 25 in a restaurant. Never understood it. Because you'll only be making $40,000 to $50,000 a year, if that.
I actually do understand it, and I understand why you do it, but I look at it in a different way. So in most corporate environments, the manager actually makes less money than the people beneath him, right? But has all of the responsibility. But if I was someone that was above that manager, I want to see how invested in this place he is. Is he invested more in the money, or is he invested in this place? And so that would be a very good vetting ground to see if you are ready for that next level. So I actually have a different opinion on it. But I don't go into a
No,
place.
my opinion is whenever you have people that are in their 40s still working in fast food and restaurants and complaining about how much money they make. Whenever they,
Yeah.
I feel like every single fast food job, it should only exist for people that are 15 through 25.
Oh, you mean like
or
at a McDonald's or some shit?
McDonald's,
Well, I'm thinking like
steakhouse or some stupid shit.
I can
mean,
understand that because I can tell you, a general manager probably used to be a manager. And so now,
Well, yeah,
your
yeah,
manager
but it-
makes 40 grand, but your general manager make 200.
Yeah, but your general manager, it's realistically that would make sense for him to be older if he grew up in the restaurant industry. I mean, there's what I mean is a 40-year-old that is still a server.
I just don't understand how you bitch about the money you make when you agreed to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have been at this restaurant for 9 years, which
Yeah.
means you have made no attempt to progress in your life for almost a decade.
Yeah,
You
you
have
don't
been
never
fine
hear
where you are now.
You will never hear somebody hire you for a job and then get on the internet and bitch that you guys don't do more than your job. But yet people that get hired at these jobs will get on the internet and bitch about how much they agreed to work for.
We
So
get
it's-
paid poorly.
Yeah.
You literally signed the paper.
Let me ask your manager if you do poorly work too.
I just don't understand. Like, I think that these low end paying jobs is realistically it's mundane. It's dog shit work. That's what it is. But it's for a mundane and meaningless fucking task.
This is actually going to go right into that.
Yeah, that's what it is. I think that I think that these jobs designed for people are for people that are going to school, high school, just having some extra spending money, you know, having like starting in the early world of learning what this is like, developing their own source of income, and then, or for people that are full time in college, so that you actually have an influx of money or something like that. You learn how to juggle 2 tasks. But then whenever you have 0 degrees, whenever you have no actual valuable trade or any like valuable asset to you, like whenever it comes, or a valuable skill set, I don't see why people sit there and bitch and complain. It's, you have literally chosen to not learn anything. I don't understand why people are 40, 50 years old still in fast food. If you're still working at the restaurant, you have not tried to move past where you are.
Yeah.
But yet you want to bitch about billionaires paying certain amounts of money in taxes whenever you only spend, they probably pay $300 a month in taxes.
Yeah.
They will never even touch $100,000 of money at once. They will never hold that much money, but yet they want to determine how multi-billionaires use their cash. This has never made much sense to me.
Yeah.
Like in that comment where it says that you're legally required to have 5 paid vacations a year. I think that should be a negotiating tactic. I wouldn't go into a job and, all right, what do you offer me to be here? It's that minimum wage ideology. It's like, this is the bare minimum you have to give me. I want X amount of dollars. I want 5 weeks vacation. These are negotiating tactics. When I see somebody come in here and demand what's the least amount of I'm willing to give them, what I'm hearing is somebody that wants to know what's the least amount of work they're willing to do.
Yeah.
So when I go in, if I'm looking for a job, I don't want to know what the least amount of money you're going to pay me. I want to know what the most amount of money you're going to pay me.
Yeah.
And if that is what I want, then great. If that's not what I want, then I'm like, this is just not the job for me. If somebody wants these 5-week vacations, if you're asking what's my minimum amount of vacation, motherfucker, I want to know the most amount of vacation I have, you know?
Yeah.
And that's another thing I learned that separates America from a lot of places is that other places, and so be it, to each his own, but a lot of people want time to themselves to where they don't have to go to work. They want longer breaks during the day. They want like siestas, big thing in Spain and shit like that. And to where in America, if you want that, go get it. But they have to give you this time off, which means you cannot make any more money during that time. That's the way I hear it.
Yeah.
So I want the most out of everything. So I don't care to have 5 weeks vacation. You know, I don't want to just sit around in a fucking apartment for 5 fucking weeks a year.
Yeah, because you
don't want to drink wine and eat grapes.
You're sitting in your apartment
and pull a baguette out of the
eating
sleeve.
grapes and bread because you can't go do anything else. You know, to each his own. If that's the life you want, then so be it. But not everybody wants that kind of life. And when you're one of these, the least is best. You're the kind of person that also demands it of everyone else.
Yeah.
So I think if you want a part-time job, go get you a fucking part-time job.
But do not complain about the results.
Yeah, that's just the
You
weirdest
have asked for shit money. You've asked for shit hours. You've asked for 0 responsibility, and you will get a shit outcome.
Yeah, it's just a minimum wage mentality, man.
Yeah, I'm just
shit.
Most
Yeah.
people are okay with having the bare minimum. I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I'd rather have my shit. I want my shit. I want my time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be able to do whatever the fuck I want to do and not worry about the financial problems.
Exactly. So I'm willing to sacrifice time now to develop that independency, rather than sit there for 30 years enjoying 5 days off occasionally.
Yeah. Imagine doing that.
Those
like
people
being
that
like
wait for the weekend. You know what I mean?
Imagine being that dude that's like, I've got all the time in the world to plan my finances. And then when you get later on in life, you realize that, man, you did it a lot wrong. And now you got to spend the rest of your life also eating that same bread. That's got to kind of suck.
Yeah, because there's literally no one doing that. It is a permanent decision. You will not get another chance at this.
Yeah, it's over. It's a wrap.
Which is why I would rather try it my whole life and constantly try and fail, and never figure it out rather than saying I just, oh, well, that didn't work, and then just die.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather just at least have been the bearer of my own fate.
Yeah.
I just hate those people that just say, hey, what do you want to do this weekend? What do you want to do tonight?
Why the weekend? Why not?
Yeah,
now?
what do you want to do tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to work and everything. You get off at 6. You have to be to work at 6. You need 8 hours of sleep. You have 4 hours to go and do something. Make the most out of it. Oh, I'd rather just sit back, relax. It's like, all right, whatever.
And that's why you're
And
you're
that's-
planning for the weekend.
That minimum wage mentality.
Dude, it's I learned this interesting thing. It's like 2/3 of your life is wasted if you plan things only on the weekends. Like, and then if you do that, it's something like 20.
I could believe that.
The math is like 25 years you have on this planet if you only structure your life on the weekends. It adds up.
But
to
then again, also
25
on
years.
top of that, you have to account in for sleep, so it's even less than that.
Yeah, I mean, this dude did all the math in it, but it was literally like, or no, it was 12 years or something like that. So basically, you live 12 years of your life. And that's going to the age of, like, I think the average age at that time was like 75 years, like for average for the world, you know? So on average, you will, if you only live life for the weekends, you live only 12 years of your life.
Yeah, I could believe that.
Yeah. Which is shit, dude. So
it's
I've
shit.
never understood it. I've never. So you enjoyed this world for 12 years. Dude, that's such a
And with
half-ass.
the average life expectancy, that means you spent 70 years making other people enjoy their entire lives.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
and
just such
the,
a shit trade-off.
the harder
But
you
hey,
go.
at least you got your paid vacation, right?
Yeah,
five. minimum.
5 days a year.
That's what it was. Is 5
No,
days.
I thought
a
it was
year?
5 weeks. 5 weeks.
5 weeks a year.
Yeah, 5 weeks a year.
Oh.
It was 5 weeks. You said, which is cool.
Yeah, 5 weeks.
Yeah. Those 5 weeks, I'd go get a different job.
Yeah, I'd go. What I would do, I'd go find a different job that where those 5 weeks overlapped right after the other ones.
Yeah. I'd do that, and then in 5 years, I'd be able to take 5 years off.
Yeah.
And it's like, teach his own, by all means. Some people like
Do
the
your
bare
thing.
minimum. That's cool. Simplicity, minimalist, fine. That's what you want. But don't sit here and ridicule the rest of the world.
Yeah.
You know? I'll never get in the way of somebody that's trying to go get it, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a 12-year life living motherfucker, dude. I'm
But
living all
I will not lie down and take shit talking from somebody who tells me I have it all whenever they never tried or stepped a single step
Yeah.
in my direction to do the things I've done.
This dude's probably, it sucks because you can tell just by the verbiage of what this dude wrote right here that you can tell he's not a fucking, or she is nowhere near a fucking moron. Very intelligent, but has never thought about what they thought. Like, why do I think this? Why do I want this? Why do I demand this? Why do I require this? You know? And that is propaganda.
To me, this entire comment, it basically says that our country is shit and yours is better. That's it.
Yeah.
Whenever
Yeah.
our previous video was why their country is shit.
Well, I mean,
and that's just shit.
Whoever
we
it
never
is
said
even
ours is
says
better.
that.
We just simply said that theirs is shit. I mean, ours is better, but I mean, it's. You know, and we said the United State of Florida.
Yeah. I
Just
think
one of our
Florida's
50
all-
states is better than your entire country.
In the Circle of Squares opinion.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nah, that shit factual.
Yeah. The
It's
Circle
just
of
like
Squares
how
facts.
somebody puts
Our
on.
flag is cooler.
Yeah.
It's like when somebody puts on a Manchester United jersey or a Real Madrid jersey. That's who they're proud to represent.
That's
that.
propaganda.
Yeah, or that, this person
Propaganda.
words it as propaganda.
Yeah,
but
It's propaganda. You've
It's
been
like,
fooled to think that team is the best.
yeah,
Even though that we're going to sit there and look at their winning record and all of their players and how much people show up for their tickets and games
Yeah.
and everything. We're not going to fuck all the facts. Propaganda.
yeah, that's propaganda. If you look at any accomplishment around the world, be the World Cup, MotoGP races, football matches, even Japanese fucking basketball or baseball, it's when it's on a world stage, the very first thing they do when they win is play their national anthem, and it's just pride. That's all it is. That's why I don't mind these people sticking up for France. Do it, man. That at least lets me know. The one thing I didn't think about France is I didn't think they were prideful. I think they just hated everybody else. But all these things I'm reading pride. Yeah. And they just, but it's unfortunate because they use circular logic with the like propaganda. You were speaking as a propagandized person. We are all propagandized to some sort of another.
Yeah. It's like saying that some people are indoctrinated while you're not. No, you're indoctrinated in some belief, bud. You've gotten your opinion from other people.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Or whether your environment or you've been indoctrinized by something. Yeah. But it's just kind of dumb whenever you say, like, yeah, France is a beautiful country, but some of the most beautiful places on the planet exist right here in this country. Mm-hmm. It's just like, it's the
if
same
that's
way,
your
like,
argument, then
it's just like, some people will just sit there and say, like France, not only is it shit, it smells like shit, it is shit, but some of our shit stinks. I mean, San Francisco exists here. Washington exists here.
Man. San Francisco's poop city.
New York City.
Like, we got...
Matter of fact, New York just sucks because of all the French rats that are crawling around.
Because of the fucking statue that they gave us.
That dumb fucking $6 million expense every single fucking year has brought New York City rats, and they're dirty French rats, which is why they steal shit.
That's why they shipped that fucking statue over there. It was just filled with their rats. They just went in and fed the United States.
Well, they realized they had a bunch. Well, they already had too much useless fucking iron, so they built a dumb fucking statue there. So they're like, well, what do we do with all this copper?
Yeah. This won't be valuable.
We'll just send it over there. It'll be green.
Yeah. Look, man, I'm sure there's some cool gangster ass motherfuckers in France. I just haven't met them yet.
Yeah.
They don't come to America.
Neither has their own country. Yeah, it sucks.
I'm pretty sure there's some cool ones.
Well, yeah,
there.
because they just hang out in the 41 square miles.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm sure there's cool motherfuckers in San Francisco. I just haven't met one yet.
Yeah. Neither have they.
It's cool, but still, fuck France. That's all. Yeah. But I do think there's probably some really cool
There
people
has to be, statistically.
It's one of the few countries I don't think I'd ever visit.
They definitely keep those fuckers quiet. Maybe it's because France doesn't let them speak.
Yeah. It's unless they're using a VPN. Yeah. Then they occasionally get to comment on an American YouTube video.
Yeah. But to SPT whatever, thank you very much for your comment and popping holes in some of our logic, making us think about a couple of things, and hopefully we have made you think about a couple of things.
There are two valid points that he did make,
or she.
It's he. Women can't have opinions, especially not on this channel. He probably got to type this because he's on his mandatory 5 weeks of paid vacation.
I like how
he's on vacation right now.
Yeah. I like how there's like subtle jabs in there.
Yeah.
But then somewhat complimentary things in there too. It's like this thing's all over. It's like a...
Yeah, to me, this is an educated,
it's like a bipolar comment.
Yeah. And then he closes out where he opens up, I'm not a fan of my country, and then said, I prefer Japan. So he doesn't even necessarily stand by his country. Yeah. He's not a fan.
What do you like about Japan? I don't understand why everybody's on Japan.
Because they have no chemicals in their food, better education system. What else?
Better technology.
We have trains. Yeah. Trains.
When I picture Japan, I think if anybody is insubordinate, I just picture him getting whipped. I just picture what's those bamboo sticks with like the slits in it so that like pinches your skin. Like if you accidentally drop something out of your bag, it's just like pow.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do in the education system over there.
Yeah, man. I see imperialism when I think of Japan. I don't think.
Yeah, instead of loading bombs into their planes, they just crash the planes. You really want to be associated with those people?
Like you can literally be walking down the street in Japan and randomly have a cop search your shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's fucking crazy to me.
And it's to ensure you aren't doing anything illegal.
Yeah, that's...
Rather than having a reason to believe it.
Like, I don't care what that fucking place has to offer.
Yeah.
If I can't have my own sense of privacy, dude...
Mm-hmm.
Which, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure we have a false sense of privacy in the United States.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Especially when it comes to technology.
Yeah. The NSA exists.
But in Japan, you do not have
you literally
it.
do not.
You do not have it. You might want to think about anything. just like having personal items that you probably wouldn't want the world to know about. Some fuck can just randomly find out that you, like you can be a woman that just likes large dildos on your lunch break. And now that cop will know that you're also a woman that likes large dildos on your lunch break. You know what I mean? Just random private things.
I wonder if he prefers Japan because the age of consent there is 13.
I don't want to shit on you because I really appreciate his
No,
comment.
I appreciate him, but I'm just saying, just Japan does have an age of consent for 13
Like
years old.
he that's a lot of words. And so to actually take the time and write me that many words, is, I'm very grateful for
all
that.
the
I
comments
actually
that we
really
do
appreciate
have, I mean, other than... No, these are all good.
Yeah, they're all
No,
good.
no, they're good.
Yeah, I don't care.
I do
I don't
like-
care if they're bad.
I do
comments,
like that
I don't-
he gave a shit so much, he literally gave us 2 sources that we can actually go and search up.
Yeah, and I will do that. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah,
So keep them coming.
yeah.
Even if you want to call me a propagandized nerd, I'm fine.
All right,
But I will just know that it is also coming from a propagandized
I
nerd.
will be a propagandized nerd that possesses currency 179 times more valuable than yours. And with the right to speak on it.
Yeah, I can literally say that on whatever platform we're doing. Like, I will not be fined by my government for
I
the
think
things I
French
say.
hate their language so much they literally don't even use it.
All right. So are we segueing or because we are?
It's
an hour
just
and 12
crazy.
minutes.
It's just crazy how much dog shit can go right back into this.
It's just it's like when you have that really shithead guy that you let move in and he brings this TV set filled with cockroaches. It just infests you.
Yeah.
And it's I think of French people. If you are a good French person, come to America and meet me and be the first good French person I've ever met.
Shower before you come, though. Please. Or I know, shower after you come. Don't bring your water over here. It's gross. Disgusting. You think they just, whenever a Frenchman needs to shower, they just go in public and everybody spits on them? Pierre, you are clean. Step up, other Pierre.
and dry them off with a baguette.
Yeah.
In America, we got the hot Tua girl.
Yeah.
In France, it's hot
You know, like Afghanistan and ISIS is like Toyota's biggest secondary customer.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we figured out who Vespa's biggest customer is, and it's the French.
Yeah.
That and half dome helmets.
Yeah.
turtle helmet.
Well, think about it. If we gave him actual protection, more of them would survive crashes.
We don't want that. Love you all, but fuck off.
Population of 200,000, but 900,000 carcasses below the sewers.